Imagine a society where being the best lover is not just a personal achievement, but a revered status throughout the community. Welcome to Java, the most densely populated island in Indonesia, home to the fascinating Javanese tribe. But this is just the beginning. How does a culture where women hold power in relationships navigate love and marriage? Why do their ancient rituals include teachings on intimacy and grand ceremonies that determine a person's future? And what is the secret behind the beauty and unparalleled charm of the women who have captivated visitors for centuries? Stay tuned because the answers will challenge everything you think you know about life, love, and human connection. In Javanese culture, love and intimacy are taught from an early age, not through lectures, but through heartfelt conversations with elders. Children learn to cultivate emotional bonds and embrace kindness as the foundation of relationships. For the Javanese, romantic partnerships with multiple people were not considered taboo, but an elderly Javanese woman, Ni Surinings, explained it best in a 2023 interview. We teach that love is not a conquest, but a connection. It is about patience and care. A 2024 UNICEF report supports this approach, linking respectful discussions about relationships to greater emotional well-being and harmony. For the Javanese, love is not private, it is a part of daily life. From weddings to festivals, every interaction emphasizes communal joy and harmony. In a 2024 survey, 89% of respondents attributed this cultural focus to reduce stress and stronger relationships. Imagine a groom performing a traditional dance to win his bride's favor. The celebration is not just for the couple, but for the entire village, sharing in their happiness. In Javanese society, being a good lover is about more than physicality. It is about empathy, emotional intelligence, and care. Poor lovers face ridicule, while those who are skilled are admired and respected. Take, for example, a young man who overcame doubt through the lessons of his elders. It's not a competition, he shared in a 2024 forum. It's about a deep and meaningful connection. His transformation reflects the Javanese belief that relationships are mutual achievements, not individual pursuits. But how do Javanese women, with their cultural influence, uphold these traditions in a rapidly modernizing world? Stay tuned to discover their vital role in shaping society. And as always, before we dive deeper into these incredible women, take 5 seconds to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us. We won't disappoint you. In Javanese culture, the role of elder women goes far beyond raising families. They are the most respected teachers in the tribe. Grandmothers and older women guide the younger generation, passing down lessons on relationships and emotional resilience. Javanese women face unique restrictions in their youth, but these are not limitations. They are symbols of transformation. For example, young girls are often forbidden from eating certain foods, such as pork or specific fish, as it is believed these foods impurify the body. When a girl reaches maturity, her journey into adulthood is marked by vibrant celebrations that last for days. Imagine a grand feast surrounded by family, neighbors, and friends, where the young woman wears traditional batik clothing adorned with intricate patterns. These ceremonies symbolize her readiness to embrace responsibility and independence. In many societies, relationships are often shaped by male authority, but not in Javanese culture. Here, women are seen as the anchors of emotional stability and the primary decision-makers in relationships. Marriage, for instance, is not merely an agreement between two families. It is a dynamic where the woman has the final say. Men must earn their partner's favor through symbolic dances or acts of service, demonstrating respect and devotion. Take the story of Dewi, a Javanese woman who at 25 chose her partner not based on wealth or family expectations. "I chose him because he respected my choices and dreams," she said in a 2024 community forum. Her decision is a testament to the empowerment that Javanese women experience in shaping their own futures. Do you think this balance between tradition and empowerment could work in your society? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. For visitors arriving in Java, one thing becomes immediately clear. The Javanese people value hospitality as a cornerstone of their culture. From the moment tourists arrive, they are greeted with warmth and genuine respect, especially by Javanese women, who often serve as cultural ambassadors for their communities. According to a 2024 report by Indonesia's Ministry of Tourism, 87% of international visitors to Java rated their interactions with locals as extremely welcoming, with many citing the sincerity and kindness of Javanese women as a highlight of their trip. The Javanese mindset is defined by openness, blending tradition with a willingness to share their way of life with others. Tourists often find themselves not just observing, but actively participating in local customs, whether learning a simple gamelan melody, tasting homemade Javanese dishes, or joining a village celebration. A traveler, Mark, shared his experience during a 2023 cultural festival. I was invited into a family's home, and within minutes, I felt like I belonged there. They explained their traditions, fed me until I couldn't eat anymore, and even taught me a few steps of a traditional dance. Their openness was overwhelming, in the best way. Have you ever experienced hospitality that left a lasting impression? Share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear how it compares to the Javanese way of welcoming visitors. In the next section, we'll explore the physical diversity and beauty of Javanese women, a trait that has captivated visitors for centuries. Don't take your eyes off the screen. The physical diversity of Javanese women is a testament to centuries of cultural and genetic blending. Java, located at the crossroads of ancient trade routes, became a melting pot for indigenous Austronesian peoples, as well as migrants from China, India, Arabia, and later Europe. Imagine walking through a vibrant Javanese village where women of various skin tones, from golden tan to fair with a natural glow, greet you with warm smiles, their features, a unique blend of sharp and soft lines reflecting this diverse heritage. Javanese women are often admired for their naturally slender figures, smooth skin, and delicate facial features that combine timeless elegance with individuality. Thick, glossy black hair is a common trait, often styled in intricate buns or adorned with flowers during ceremonies. Their expressive eyes, sometimes almond-shaped, other times round, seem to convey both warmth and depth. A visitor described his experience at a traditional wedding in 2023. The bride's radiant beauty was not just in her appearance, but in her posture, in the way she carried herself. Her skin had a soft glow, and her smile was both gentle and captivating. It was a beauty that seemed effortless and real. This effortless beauty is deeply connected to the Javanese emphasis on natural health. Many women prefer herbal remedies, coconut-based hair treatments, and simple skincare routines passed down through generations. But what lies behind this natural grace and poise? Could it be the role of Javanese women as cultural guardians, balancing tradition and modernity? Stay tuned as we explore their lasting influence in a changing world. In Indonesia, the legal marriage age is set at 19 for both men and women, following reforms in 2019 to align with international child rights standards. However, among Javanese tribes, traditional practices often take precedence over legal norms, particularly in rural areas. A 2024 study by the Indonesian Family Planning Association revealed that while adherence to the legal marriage age is increasing, nearly 30% of rural marriages still occur below the legal age, often with parental consent. Engagement in Javanese culture is both an art and a tradition, filled with symbolism and effort. One of the most captivating customs is Taran Bin, a traditional dance performed by men to win over potential partners. These dances are often followed by symbolic acts of service, such as presenting handcrafted gifts or assisting with community tasks. In Javanese culture, a man's willingness to earn his partner's affection reflects his readiness to take on the responsibilities of marriage. Marriage in Javanese society is less about age and more about emotional and practical preparedness. A woman, for example, is often considered ready for marriage when she is able to manage a household, contribute to her community, and maintain harmony in relationships. However, this expectation can create tension. Younger generations, particularly in urban areas, are increasingly delaying marriage to pursue education or careers, challenging traditional norms. This shift can lead to family conflicts, as parents and elders often view marriage as a pillar of personal and social stability. What do you think about these unique marriage traditions? Could these rituals add something meaningful to modern relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
The balance between tradition and modernity. How do Javanese women navigate their dual roles as bearers of tradition and modern achievers? The answer will be revealed in the next section. At the heart of Javanese society lies gotong royong, or communal cooperation, a way of life rooted in the belief that collective effort strengthens both the community and the individual. This spirit comes alive in activities like rebuilding a neighbor's home after a storm or organizing village festivals. Imagine a group of men and women working side by side, carrying materials, cooking meals, and laughing as they complete tasks together. It's not just labor, it's a celebration of unity. Rituals play a vital role in helping Javanese people navigate life's challenges. One such tradition is ruwatan, a purification ceremony performed to rid individuals of bad luck or misfortunes. These rituals are often held at crucial moments, such as after a family crisis or before significant life events. In 2024, the Javanese Cultural Preservation Organization reported that over 70% of rural families participated in ruwatan, highlighting its role in maintaining spiritual and emotional balance. One participant shared, "After the ruwatan, I felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted. It reminded me that even in difficult times, we are never truly alone." Few traditions embody Javanese values as profoundly as Slamatan, a communal feast that marks major milestones such as births, weddings, harvests, and even moments of collective reflection. At the heart of the Slamatan is gratitude and togetherness. Imagine a long table covered with vibrant dishes, golden rice, grilled fish, spicy sambal, surrounded by a gathering of people sharing stories and laughter. Prayers are offered before the meal, connecting the physical act of eating with spiritual blessings. At the core of Javanese spirituality is Kuwen. Muhammad Sakatan is one of Java's most vibrant and culturally rich festivals. Celebrated annually in Yogyakarta, this grand event blends Islamic devotion with Javanese tradition, featuring lively processions, mesmerizing gamelan performances, and offerings of giant rice cones called gunungan. Imagine a vast courtyard filled with the echoing sounds of gamelan as devotees and spectators gather under the glow of lanterns. The air is thick with the scent of incense and traditional delicacies as massive decorative rice offerings are paraded through the streets before being shared among the crowd, symbolizing prosperity and divine blessings. Beyond the grandeur of major cities like Jakarta, Java comes alive through traditions that reflect the soul of its people, where art and spirituality intertwine. At the core of Javanese spirituality is Kejawen, a unique blend of Hindu-Buddhist, Islamic, and animist beliefs that emphasize harmony and inner peace. Kejawen is less about strict religious rules and more about personal connection with the universe and respect for all living beings. For example, a farmer may begin his day with a moment of reflection, offering gratitude to the earth for its abundance. A merchant might place small floral offerings at their doorstep to invite prosperity and harmony. These practices illustrate how spirituality is deeply woven into daily life. As we transition from deeply rooted traditions of communal work and spirituality, it's time to explore how the Javanese people express their culture through art. At the heart of Javanese artistic tradition is wayang kulit, a shadow puppet theater with centuries of history, serving as both spiritual ritual and entertainment. The puppets are intricately carved and painted to depict characters from epic tales like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Imagine a dimly lit room where the dalang, puppet master, sits behind a white screen. The glow of an oil lamp casts dramatic shadows as the puppets come to life, their movements synchronized with the rhythmic clang of a gamelan orchestra. Gamelan and dance. The beating heart of Javanese art is the gamelan, an ensemble of bronze gongs, xylophones, and drums that produce a uniquely ethereal sound, unlike any other in Southeast Asia. The sound of gamelan is everywhere in Java, whether at temple ceremonies, weddings, or even simple family gatherings. But this music is not just heard, it is felt. Its slow, meditative rhythms are designed to synchronize the mind and spirit, creating a sense of harmony. Now imagine yourself standing in a grand temple as the deep, resonant tones of a gong echo through the space, accompanied by the soft chimes of metallophones. Dance is another sacred expression of Javanese culture. One of the most mesmerizing forms is the bedhaya, a classical court dance performed by 9 dancers moving in perfect unison. Believed to reflect the harmony of the universe, Bedhaya is performed in a grand hall adorned with golden tapestries. Dancers glide across the polished floor in precise, synchronized movements, their batik-patterned costumes shimmering under soft light, while the gamelan orchestra provides a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. Mohammed Sekatan blends Islamic devotion with Javanese customs. Imagine a bustling square where gamelan orchestras fill the air with hypnotic rhythms. Street vendors line the roads, selling everything from intricately crafted wooden toys to traditional batik fabrics. Children run joyfully while elders gather to share stories over steaming bowls of soto ayam. Respect and connection through language. When addressing someone of higher status, adding nav or pakchik, sir, demonstrates deference. For example, a merchant greeting an elder might say, Sugeng siang pak, kados pundi kabare. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? These phrases may be small, but they carry deep meaning, embodying the politeness deeply rooted in Javanese interactions. They transform everyday exchanges into moments of connection, ensuring that everyone feels seen and valued. An elder interviewed in a 2024 cultural preservation documentary shared, "Our language is the thread that ties us to our ancestors. When I speak to my children in Javanese, I feel that I am passing down more than just words. I am sharing a legacy." As we transition from the linguistic intricacies of Javanese society, it is time to explore the roots of the Javanese people, ancient roots and historical influences. The history of the Javanese people begins thousands of years ago with the first Austronesian settlers who arrived on the island of Java, drawn by its fertile soil and abundant resources. They established thriving agricultural communities, cultivating rice terraces and building villages that emphasized communal living, a tradition that continues in Javanese culture today. A 2024 archaeological study by the University of Indonesia uncovered evidence of advanced irrigation systems dating back more than 2,000 years. Java's strategic location along major trade routes brought waves of cultural and religious influences, particularly from India. Between the 6th and 10th centuries, Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms such as Majapahit and Srivijaya flourished, leaving behind grand temples like Borobudur and Prambanan, which remain iconic symbols of Java's rich history. In the 15th century, Islam arrived through trade and gradually became the dominant religion. However, instead of erasing previous traditions, Islam blended with Javanese culture, resulting in practices such as the Sekatan festival, which merges Islamic and Hindu-Buddhist elements. Colonial struggles and cultural resilience. Java's history took a dramatic turn with the arrival of European colonizers. The Dutch East India Company, VOC, established control in the 17th century, exploiting the island's resources and imposing strict colonial rule. Imagine the resilience of villagers who secretly preserved their traditions, gathering in hidden spaces to teach dances, songs, and stories forbidden by the colonial authorities. These acts of quiet resistance kept the Javanese identity alive. The legacy of colonization also extended to migration. In the 19th century, many Javanese were sent as laborers to Dutch colonies such as Suriname. Today, the Javanese diaspora, in places like Suriname and Malaysia, proudly maintains their heritage, blending it with local cultures. Javanese culture in the modern world. As we move away from the historical roots of the Javanese people, we arrive at the present day, where tradition and modernity meet in fascinating ways. The rise of bustling cities such as Yogyakarta and Surakarta has transformed the Javanese way of life. Traditional villages that once formed the backbone of Javanese society are now surrounded by skyscrapers and shopping malls. Yet, the essence of Javanese culture persists in unexpected ways. In the heart of Yogyakarta, it is not uncommon to see a modern office worker attending a slaman banquet after work or enjoying a gamelan performance on the weekend. These moments of cultural continuity amidst urban chaos highlight the Javanese commitment to preserving their heritage. One of the most prominent symbols of Javanese cultural preservation is the Keraton, Royal Palace. The Keraton of Yogyakarta and Surakarta serves as a living museum of Javanese traditions, hosting ceremonies, dances, and cultural events that keep ancestral practices alive. Respect and connection through language. When addressing someone of higher status, adding nav or pak chik, sir, demonstrates deference. For example, a merchant greeting an elder might say, Sugeng siang pak, kados pundi kabare. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? These phrases may be small, but they carry deep meaning, embodying the politeness deeply rooted in Javanese interactions. They transform everyday exchanges into moments of connection, ensuring that everyone feels seen and valued. An elder interviewed in a 2024 cultural preservation documentary shared, "Our language is the thread that ties us to our ancestors. When I speak to my children in Javanese, I feel that I am passing down more than just words. I am sharing a legacy." As we transition from the linguistic intricacies of Javanese society, it is time to explore the roots of the Javanese people, ancient roots and historical influences. The history of the Javanese people begins thousands of years ago with the first Austronesian settlers who arrived on the island of Java, drawn by its fertile soil and abundant resources. They established thriving agricultural communities, cultivating rice terraces and building villages that emphasized communal living, a tradition that continues in Javanese culture today. A 2024 archaeological study by the University of Indonesia uncovered evidence of advanced irrigation systems dating back more than 2,000 years. Java's strategic location along major trade routes brought waves of cultural and religious influences, particularly from India. Between the 6th and 10th centuries, Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms such as Majapahit and Srivijaya flourished, leaving behind grand temples like Borobudur and Prambanan, which remain iconic symbols of Java's rich history. In the 15th century, Islam arrived through trade and gradually became the dominant religion. However, instead of erasing previous traditions, Islam blended with Javanese culture, resulting in practices such as the Sakatan festival, which merges Islamic and Hindu-Buddhist elements. Colonial struggles and cultural resilience. Java's history took a dramatic turn with the arrival of European colonizers. The Dutch East India Company, VOC, established control in the 17th century, exploiting the island's resources and imposing strict colonial rule. Imagine the resilience of villagers who secretly preserved their traditions, gathering in hidden spaces to teach dances, songs, and stories forbidden by the colonial authorities. These acts of quiet resistance kept the Javanese identity alive. The legacy of colonization also extended to migration. In the 19th century, many Javanese were sent as laborers to Dutch colonies such as Suriname. Today, the Javanese diaspora, in places like Suriname and Malaysia, proudly maintains their heritage, blending it with local cultures. Javanese culture in the modern world. As we move away from the historical roots of the Javanese people, we arrive at the present day, where tradition and modernity meet in fascinating ways. The rise of bustling cities such as Yogyakarta and Surakarta has transformed the Javanese way of life. Traditional villages that once formed the backbone of Javanese society are now surrounded by skyscrapers and shopping malls. Yet, the essence of Javanese culture persists in unexpected ways. In the heart of Yogyakarta, it is not uncommon to see a modern office worker attending a slaman banquet after work or enjoying a gamelan performance on the weekend. These moments of cultural continuity amidst urban chaos highlight the Javanese commitment to preserving their heritage. Public events, bridging past and present. The Keraton of Surakarta remains a center of Javanese art and spirituality, attracting both locals and tourists to witness ceremonies such as the Sakatan Festival. In 2024, the Ministry of Culture reported that the Keraton continues to be a significant cultural hub, drawing over 1 million visitors annually. Embracing technology while preserving tradition. The Javanese people have embraced technology, but in ways that reflect their cultural values. Social media platforms like YouTube and TikTok have become popular tools for sharing traditional music, dances, and rituals with a global audience. At the same time, apps such as Tani Hub are helping rural Javanese farmers integrate modern agricultural practices while honoring ancient techniques. In a typical Javanese home, you might see a smartphone propped up to record a family wayang kulit performance, later shared online with both local and international viewers. This fusion of tradition and technology ensures that cultural practices remain vibrant while adapting to modern contexts. The Javanese diaspora, preserving culture across borders. The Javanese diaspora has thrived, carrying its culture and identity across generations. From Suriname to Malaysia, Javanese communities have maintained their traditions, language, and values despite exposure to new cultural influences. Suriname, Javanese workers, brought by Dutch colonizers in the late 19th century, established vibrant neighborhoods where festivals such as Slamatan and Ruwatan are still celebrated. Traditional dishes like nasi goreng remain beloved, and cultural performances like wayang kulit and lengger have influenced national art forms. Malaysia. Javanese immigrants have preserved their heritage through dialects, rituals, and activities such as gamelan workshops and traditional cooking classes. Language remains central to this preservation, though challenges exist. In Suriname, Javanese Surinamese blends traditional phrases with Dutch, while in Malaysia, Bahasa Javanese is spoken in regions like Johor, showcasing how Javanese identity evolves while staying connected to its roots. Efforts such as online courses and community schools aim to ensure that younger generations stay connected to their roots. Through resilience and adaptation, the Javanese diaspora demonstrates how cultural heritage can endure and evolve in distant lands. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us. Click on the video appearing on your screen now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below which country you'd like to see next on our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Leave a comment, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos. See you in the next one.